Once in a small town, a man named Bob decided he wanted to impress his friends with his cooking skills. He'd heard about this new fancy dish called flambé and thought, how hard can it be? So he gathered all the ingredients, donned an apron that said, "Kiss the cook," and went to work. As he meticulously followed the recipe, Bob misread one important step. Instead of adding a splash of brandy, he grabbed the bottle of lighter fluid from the garage. Who knew it was so similar in appearance? After stealing a few glances at his phone for guidance, Bob confidently poured the flammable substance into the pan and flicked a match onto it. In an instant, the kitchen was engulfed in an impressive fireball, sending Bob sprinting out of the house while his eyebrows took an early retirement. The neighbors, meanwhile, thought a UFO had just crash-landed in Bob's backyard. Bob came running back with a garden hose, desperately trying to extinguish what had turned into the kitchen equivalent of a fireworks show. When the fire was finally quelled, he turned to see his friends had all gathered outside, some holding lawn chairs, popcorn, and cell phones, ready to capture the greatest cooking disaster of the century for their social media. His embarrassment, however, turned into laughter, as they all jokingly proclaimed him the flambé king, and declared that culinary classes would soon be required before Bob ever stepped foot in the kitchen again. And from that day on, every time Bob invited someone over for a meal, they would chuckle and ask, "So, what are you setting on fire today?" And what do you think Bob learned from his cooking disaster? Now, why do you think his friends reacted the way they did? How should Bob stick to takeout instead of trying to cook again? Set.